Hi, I'm Daniel. I'm a sleep physician. And if you have insomnia, this channel is for you. Pam has a question for us today. Should she have a sleep study before starting to treat her insomnia? And she's asking for my opinion regarding medical cannabis. Regarding the first question, generally speaking, when you have straight up insomnia type symptoms, you don't need a sleep study. Second question, anything that you do or use to make you fall asleep typically makes insomnia worse. Let me elaborate. Thank you for tuning back in. I'm so excited to have you back here. And if you're new to the channel, then big welcome to you. Hope you find something valuable here. And as mentioned, we have an email from Pam, actually a couple of emails from Pam that we are going to talk about today. As always, nothing here is medical advice to anyone, but general thoughts and comments that I hope will be helpful. So that being said, let's just jump right into this email that I received 11 hours ago. This is from Pam, and she's saying, I'm getting ready to begin CBTI, cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, on my own using the Say Goodnight to Insomnia book. This one right here that I have behind me. I have had issues for 3.5 years, waking around 3 a.m. and not being able to return to sleep. I'm 55 years old. I've had a lot of insomnia. I also had a horrible withdrawal from Klonopin 3.5 years ago that messed up my sleep. I have developed sleep anxiety. My question is, should I have a sleep study before I start to rule out sleep apnea? I don't have any symptoms other than waking up. So, first of all, thanks, Pam, for sending me this question. And anyone that sends me a question, I'm really grateful for this because that brings life to this channel. So that said, let me tell you this. So in my practice, what I do is if I see somebody that has trouble falling asleep, trouble staying asleep, insomnia, that is, and there's no history of like loud snoring, that's a big one. Like if somebody says I rarely snore or I don't snore, then I'm like, you probably really don't have sleep apnea and sleep testing is probably not needed. So if there's no snoring and you have a reason for insomnia, somebody has some stress or anxiety, or like you find that there is a reason for them to have insomnia, then I don't think, in my practice, I don't feel like sleep testing is needed. There's this kind of general impression, in lack of a better word, that a sleep study is kind of like a very comprehensive study where you check all kinds of things. Well, the big thing is really sleep apnea. If somebody has difficulty breathing in sleep, that's what you're after. Rarely do I personally feel that it really helps in any other regard. Like you can tell exactly how many minutes of sleep somebody has, but that doesn't really change anything in management. You can see that somebody has leg movements in sleep, but you often can hear that from history. Like people tell you that, so you don't necessarily need a sleep test for that generally. So the quick answer here is, typical insomnia, no history of loud snoring or like stop breathing or anything like that. Generally speaking, not needed. Now, we move forward here because Pam had another question, and she said, also, I would like to know what you think of medical cannabis for sleep. I know it's a crutch, and I have never used cannabis in my life, but I did get my medical card, and it works like a dream to calm me and help me get to sleep. Couldn't sleep from 11 till 3 a.m. Then it's a hit and miss putting me back to sleep. Don't want to use it at 3 a.m. anyway. So very good question, and particularly in kind of the environment we're in, I get on my Twitter and Instagram, I feel like there's so much like CBD oil out there, like do this and that for sleep. And so here's the thing. Anything that helps like calm you down can help you sleep, because oftentimes we can't sleep because we're like hyper aroused, hyper alert, a little bit anxious like that. But here's an analogy that I thought was really helpful. I thought about this the other day. So imagine somebody has knee pain. They can't walk up the stairs, right? They get some painkillers, takes away the knee pain. Now they can walk up the stairs. Now that person would never think like, oh, it's the painkiller that make me walk up those stairs. That person knows the pain went away and they can walk up the stairs because they no longer have pain. So they still know that they are themselves walking up those stairs because now they don't have pain, right? Same thing with insomnia, okay? Nothing can make you sleep. Cannabis cannot make you sleep, but cannabis can remove anxiety that can allow you to sleep. And it's very important to know the difference, because the moment you start believing that it's the cannabis that makes you sleep, or you believe that it's the trazodone that makes you sleep, or you believe that it's the Ambien that makes you sleep, you are starting to erode your sleep confidence. You're starting to believe that you cannot sleep by yourself, and that's the path to chronic insomnia. So when it comes to cannabis, trazodone, anything else, if you use something and you know yourself that this is to reduce my anxiety and that may possibly help me sleep, it's less of a concern to me. But if somebody says I'm using this to fall asleep, that's a red flag. Okay. So I hope that was helpful. I felt there was one more thing I wanted to add, but I think that was it. So hope this was helpful, Pam. And if you, Pam, have any more questions, anybody else has questions, then please send me an email or leave a comment. And my email is daniel@insomniainsight.co. Hope to have you back here real soon. Bye-bye.